So yeah, 8 methods of mobilization. Obviously, there's probably like 10,000 methods of mobilization, but we just thought we'd filter it down into 8 beautiful methods. And today we're going to really hone into 1 or 2. But of course, I'd really like to start by acknowledging that we are all meeting here on stolen land. And I pay my deepest respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging. And at the moment, I am sitting on Gomeroi country, which is, of course, where they're trying to build the gas line and extract gas from. And, you know, it's really sad because there was a campaign here that lasted for years to get this gas not, you know, not extracted from the land and to leave the land intact and protect the water here. And now the Gomeroi people are back on the defense again, trying to protect their country. And today there's a beautiful festival of solidarity happening here. And so I think it's so important that we acknowledge that First Nations people hold the knowledge and the heart that we need to move forward, and that we show that solidarity and alignment wherever possible. And yeah, even if that, especially even if that means leaving the Extinction Rebellion banners at home and just showing solidarity under whatever country we need to. So I've got our purpose statement here, which we've all warmed up into. Is there someone who'd like to have a crack, someone different at reading this one out? Again, yeah, go Daisy.
Am I there? Yeah, purpose statement. Let us take this moment to consider, oh, the words are covered up by my video.
Oh, can you move it? Click it and move it over to the corner.
There we go, got it. Get over there, you. Okay. Let us take this moment to consider why we are here. Let us recall our love for the whole of humanity in all corners of the world. Let us remember our love for this beautiful planet that feeds, nourishes, and sustains all life. Let us recollect our sincere desire to protect all this for now and for generations to come. As we act today, may we find courage to bring this sense of peace and appreciation to everyone we encounter, to every word we speak, and to every action we take. In this emergency together, rooted in love, we are all crew. We are all we need. May it be so.
So I'm pretty sure everyone here I've met at least once, but my name's Violet. That's my email address there, violetpeace@proton. So if you want to get a hold of me, it's there. This is my local group, West Side in Melbourne. Whom I love so deeply, and we've done many actions together. This is when I glued on the Kingsway in Melbourne, and generally my role in actions is taking on police liaison, although I'm very happy to pass that off these days now that we have some more upskilled people. 8 methods of mobilization. I'm going to quickly change how I'm doing this. All right, time to play Guess the 8 methods of mobilization. So can we just have shouting out? First one, who can guess what one of the methods are?
Outreach.
Yeah, they're all outreach.
Okay.
Yeah. What's one way of outreaching?
Having emails.
Oh, I missed that. Go, Wendy.
Oh, having stalls.
Stalls
in the local market in the centre.
Sue, Jenny here. Just wondering if you can.
Stalls. Okay. 2. Got 1.
Door knocking.
Door knocking is 1.
Regular meetings.
House meetings, yes.
Heading for Extinction talks.
Yes. We call them just a slogo, heading HFE talk. That's so you know what that is. That's jargon giraffe.
Phone banking or phone calling?
Yep, we call that
Rebel ringing.
rebel ringing. What else you got for me, team? What about that scary, awful thing that we all succumb to every day on our phones? John?
Facebook?
Yeah, when social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social.
Yes. Anybody?
And like, would a mass event come under this umbrella?
Any event, any action
Yeah.
is a mobilization form. Oh, you guys are so good. You got the furthest so far since doing this training. Okay, we got one more, and I'll give you a hint. It's been a pretty big campaign this year. It's something that we've been able to do in lockdown as you go and do your solo walk.
Divestment?
Oh, I love that, but no. It's actually postering.
Oh, yeah.
Making Extinction Rebellion on every street. Great work, team. Okay, so just going to reshare full screen. Okay, and obviously thoughts and prayers are not enough. We actually have to do the work. The Heading for Extinction talk and what to do about it. A few of you maybe went to the training last Thursday, and you probably, some of you even signed up to give a talk, which is really exciting. And this, I found personally, is really the bones of creating a local group. So basically, we get them all together and we say, oh my God, our current trajectory is that we're heading for an uninhabitable planet, okay? That's all life on Earth is at risk. What is worth doing with that, okay? Probably buying a bamboo toothbrush is not enough. We've tried one-day marches, blah, blah, blah. It's time for civil disobedience. This is our DNA. Basically everything we just went through in the last training. And then we say, let's form a group. House meetings, picnics, backyard parties, so important to get that real local connection. These are things that you can do to talk to your friends and family about and your local community. Stalls are a great one. That's something that you can really easily set up just in a public area, and people are so grateful. Like, I did a meditation session the other day with the Contemplative Rebels, and we just stuck a couple of flags in the ground, and we had people yelling out like "climate change bad," and like just really like grateful that we were there, and even just giving them an opportunity to come and talk. People love it. Postering, so this is really, really, really important because we've got to make sure it look like we are everywhere. So by doing really targeted postering runs in a particular suburb and just making sure that every street has an Extinction Rebellion poster, it makes us look huge. And people always want to back a winning horse. And so it's the same with elections. They're more likely to vote for a politician that looks like they're going to win. They're more likely to join Extinction Rebellion if we look like we're big and huge, which we are. We've got 30,000 sign-ups at the moment, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, so there's lots of resources to get those, and I can share those with you, but you can also be creative and create your own. And yeah, there's these beautiful red rebels in Sydney. I love this one. But one of the most effective tools that we have at our hand is rebel ringing. Because we have, like I said, 30,000 people who have gone onto our website, joined up, and then not been able to like actually get into the movement. So we need to help by making this connection with them one-on-one. So there are areas that are so densely packed with people who've signed up. but the groups that are actually, people that are actually active is like 10. And so what we want to do is be able to use those numbers and call people up and say, hey, how can we help you, you know, enact in this emergency? How can we help you be effective? So this is what we're going to focus most of our training on. Oh, yes, Leslie.
Sorry. Yeah, no, that's what I was going to ask, because I'm ready to start. I just don't know how to get onto Call Hub and do all that stuff. So I'm hoping that's what's going to come out of today a bit.
That's exactly what we're going to do. Yes.
Excellent.
So every state has its own Call Hub campaign. And so I am not able to onboard all of you today onto Call Hub, but what I can do is start that process for you. And we're also going to be making live calls during this training to people to invite them to a Heading for Extinction talk. So today, you're all going to be Rebel Ringers. Okay, so let's have a look at what Call Hub looks like, shall we? So this is a beautiful video. So my co-presenter, Anthea, it was supposed to join us today, but unfortunately, we have do not associate conditions on our bail conditions. So we can't be in the same room together. She's created two beautiful videos for us here, just to give you an idea of what Call Hub looks like on the inside.
Hey Rebels, it's Anthea here. I'm just going to do a little bit of teaching you how to, well, kind of just give you an overview of what Rebel Ringing is all about and how to get on to Call Hub, how to work it, and yeah, just some tools that you will need. And I think Violet's going to run through maybe doing some role plays or something like that. So what you're looking at here is, first of all, just an overview of what a campaign looks like, what making a call looks like using Call Hub. So I'm not going to read every point, but essentially you phone. If there's no response, you send a text message, and the text message that you'll need will be in the Rebel Ringing toolkit. And then it just kind of goes through the steps. So the introduction, you're saying, you know, that this is your name and you're from XR, wherever you are. It's got some info about, you know, how to kind of, intro yourself. Listen, so give them a bit of space to kind of talk about how they're feeling about the climate and, you know, why XR is important to them right now. Next step is just asking them how they're connecting to XR at the moment. So are they getting the newsletter? Are they hooked in with a local group? Have they seen the Heading for Extinction yet? That sort of thing. And then the campaign focus is, what is this Rebel Ringing campaign really designed to do? So the current Rebel Ringing campaign that we're working on right now is designed to either get people to a Heading for Extinction talk, and then, you know, from that they'll do NVDA, and then but we'll also tell them about the actions that are happening in December all around the country in each capital city, direct them to the pledge form so that they can sign up for that action, so we can really ramp up our numbers to be in the capital cities. And then you're finishing the call. So it's really not difficult. And all the script and everything that you need will be in Call Hub. So I'm going to show you that in a second. I'm going to show you how to get in, and I'm hoping, so I will send you a link to this, or give it to Violet so she can pass it on to you, or she'll put it in the chat or whatever. So basically, if you follow the Rebel Ringing toolkit, this will have everything you kind of need to get going with it. So it's got the tips and links to that, using Call Hub, useful links, making calls. What do you say when you leave a message on the answer machine? What do you put in your follow-up text message, phone script, and the follow-up email address? So yeah, so, you know, you just go through the document. what I want to focus on right now is just getting you signed up for Call Hub and getting all that working. So basically what you're going to do is just follow these steps here. So you need to first of all get someone in XR to vouch for you. So you guys, I'm sure if you're doing mobilizer training, you will be fine, but just, yeah, get someone to vouch for you. You've got to sign the privacy agreement. So I'm not going to click through to that. But yeah, you basically sign off on that. And then, you know, it gives you the instructions here. Keep the window open. Read the instructions on the thank you page. Make sure you click the link on that page to create a new caller profile. And then send your Call Hub username to this email address here. This will probably be maybe different when you get it. So, and then, you know, to start calling, you need to actually open up a Call Hub app. So the links are in here for you to click on, but basically you're going to come over here to Call Hub. You're going to sign up. I've already got an account, so I don't have to do that. But once you've signed up, then you can log in. Okay, and this is the very first thing that you're going to see when you log in. You'll see your campaigns that have been loaded. So when you first sign up, you won't see any campaigns loaded. These campaigns actually have to be added by the IT person who does it. All right, so basically when your campaigns have been added to Call Hub, this is what you will see when you look in. So you'll see you know, whichever campaigns, they'll be pretty obvious. They'll have the total contacts, and you'll be able to see how many are completed, how many are remaining, etc. And if this is active, it'll show running. So all you need to do is just click on whichever one you want to, you know, there might only be one there. And then what you'll do is you'll get this. So this will be the preliminary stuff. So just read this, the purpose of the campaign, just read through that. And then it's got the script is here. So you can have a read of that to just sort of get your head around it. And then you just set the call disposition, set it to other. I can't actually do it here because it's already done, but yeah. And then you're going to join the campaign. Beautiful. And once you've joined the campaign, you're just going to get the first, it will basically present you with one contact at a time, and it will look like this. So it'll have their email address, it'll have their postcode, so you know exactly what suburb or town they're in, and it will have their phone number. And then basically it will have, yeah, the same thing that you saw on the front page there. A little bit of a blurb at the beginning if needed. Some of them just actually literally start with the script. I think for the one that if you're ringing on the call campaign that we're just about to launch, the first thing will be what to say on the answer machine if you don't get them, because I would say probably 7 times out of 10 you won't actually talk to the person. There's that many people that just don't pick up the phone, or they're too busy or whatever. So you will leave a message. So it's good to have that message right up the top there so that you can do that. If you do actually get them, lucky you, because usually it's a really, really lovely call. It's really nice to be able to connect with rebels who have felt like they really want to do something, but they just don't know how to. XR is a bit of a monolith, and it's, you know, got all these sort of not great communication channels. So sometimes it's really hard for people to actually get involved. So Rebel Ring is a great way to help people cross that barrier. Yeah, so just one sec. So I'd really recommend that you use both your phone and your computer. So you're using your phone for making the call, but you're using your computer to have the Call Hub, to be logged into Call Hub and actually be reading this information and taking the phone number from there. It's much easier that way. The other thing you need to know is that you cannot, well, at this stage, we're not saving any information into Call Hub. So if you, you know, have a terrible conversation with someone or a great conversation with someone, 9 times out of 10, it's great. Very rarely it's never really bad. Then, you know, you might want to record some information. You can't actually do it in here at this stage. So if you want to, if you talk to them and they say that they would like for you to call them back, and you feel comfortable doing that, you can it's good to have a piece of paper, take their details, and then you can call them back later. Because once you say, I've finished this, I'm going to move on, you save it, you lose that one forever. And it's specifically designed that way so that no one is ever called twice, in theory. Yeah, so there's just this note that once you have saved something, you can't actually go back, and that's designed so that it's not doubled up at all. So, but basically everything you need is in the call script, or it's, in here in this call script, or it's in the toolkit. You can, I think there's call disposition here, so you can actually click on whichever was, appropriate. Don't worry about leaving notes, just save it, and you're on your way. Enjoy Rebel Ringing. Bye.
Right, so I've posted another link in the chat, which is a call script. So I'm just going to pull it up and share screen with you all, and then we can have a little look through what the call script looked like, which Anthea went through. But this is our call script for today. So again, we're going to make a live call today. Obviously you're not all on Call Hub, so I'm just going to be texting you or sending you the number on the chat that you're going to call, which I've collected. And so the idea is, our campaign today is I'm giving 4 Heading for Extinction talks in the Central Coast. And we've just pulled a few numbers of rebels who live in North Gosford, and we're going to give them a call. These are people who've just signed up on the website, and then maybe in the last few months they've received an email, but not much communication at all. So they're just like, they've been like, I want to be a rebel, and then haven't been welcomed in. And so we're going to give them a call today. I'm sure they're going to be really grateful to hear from you. We're going to give them a call. You're going to say, hi, I'm Daisy. I'm from Extinction Rebellion. I'm a mobilizer, and I'm speaking with you, Daniel. I got your number because you possibly signed up on our website at some point over the last 2 years. And we just wanted to, is now a good time to have a chat with you about how we can help you engage with the movement. Something along those. You're going to have a practice before we get on there, but you're going to find your flow of this kind of introduction. Give them a chance to, share, why XR is important to them. Just have a bit of a conversation about how they found out about the movement. Anything that comes up for them, engage with them. Ask them if they've got any contact. They might say, oh, I'm part of a local group, and actually I've moved to Queensland and I got arrested last week. And at which point you might be like, oh, no worries, cool. Good, thank you for that. Hopefully we can connect in with your Queensland group or whatever. So in this way, this is how I actually found Anthea and the Winter Caribbean XR group, which was completely separate from any XR. It was completely decentralized, its own little mobilizing hub. We had no idea that they existed. And then and I did Rebel Ringing and I found her. And then she's just been this amazing, powerful rebel that we've been able to activate and mobilize across New South Wales. So it's such a powerful tool. And so just ask them what they're doing, and then you'll be like, okay, great. Well, what's happening at the moment is that we have a Heading for Extinction talk going on at the Central Coast Community Centre that's in North Gosford. And we'd like to personally invite you along. There'll be a presentation that's the threat that we face, plus how we take action together, our theory of change. It's on Saturday, the 22nd of November at 3 p.m. And if they say, yeah, that sounds great, I'd love to go, I've got all their email addresses. So say, awesome, we're going to send you an email with the event link, basically. And then, yeah, just double check their email address for me. So if you could just type it down, just so I make sure it matches my system. And then we'll come back and I'll send that bulk email out. So that will be the end of your task. But I just wanted to give you this flow. So that document is the link, to that call script. And what I want to do now is I'm going to break you out into groups. We're going to take 10 minutes. You're just going to be in pairs. And I want you to each have a chance, 5 minutes each, of just going through that script. If you finish a little early, or you feel like the call is moving quite quickly because you want to take 5 minutes each, if you could please just try throw one squiggly wiggly question at each other, like, oh, what are Extinction Rebellion's demands? Yeah, sometimes that comes up. So sometimes I get thrown some stuff. So we'll be on the call here on the Zoom while you're taking the call. So if you do get asked a question you don't understand, you can say, oh, hold on a second, let me just ask someone how to answer that. And you can mute the call or yeah, whatever, but I'm sure you'll be fine. So yeah, just breakout rooms, Cass?
It went really well. I was like thinking it must be a setup because she was so positive, and I thought, oh, it's one of Violet's friends just trying to make me feel better.
That is so funny. I just come back on the call going, that guy must have been the setup. That was such a positive call. And the first thing I hear is you saying that.
Right. Yeah. So she was really keen. She said, oh, there's been stuff going on in my area, but I've been a bit disappointed with what's going on environmentally. And we were feeling like, what do we focus on and where's a drive to action? And I said, oh, well, let me tell you, there's something going on the Central Coast very soon.
Great.
That went well.
Yes. And so Leslie, big sigh out. How was that for you?
Oh, what have I done?
You're off mute. We can hear you.
Hi, sorry, I just unmuted.
Yes. How was that?
I had a great call with a chap called Ben, and he wants to come to the thing in the Central Coast. So yay!
Excellent. Anybody else want anything interesting happen? Yeah, John?
Oh, nothing particularly interesting, except it was fantastic. So this is Tim. He doesn't want to fucking Zoom. He wants to be there and he wants to bring 2 people with him. So he's itching to go. He's ready for his email. Yeah, and he's going to call me back if he's got any queries or, or if a Zoom ends up being a better idea. But he wants to be there in person.
Excellent. Yeah. Daisy?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Larissa also said that she really misses having people to talk to about what's going on, other rebels and like-minded people. And that's something that she's been seeking in North Gosford. So she'd be really keen to connect in that way as well.
Mm.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay. All right. Well, yes, Jenny, go.
Seems like we've all had really good things. One thing that Phil, the person I phoned, said was that his wife, he was quite worried about getting arrested, but his wife was even more worried about him getting arrested. And so from that, we sort of came up with an idea that if there was a video that reassured family about people not getting arrested, that might be good. And we also came up with the ruse of him inviting his wife along to the Heading for Extinction talk, that to come along to it is no commitment then to doing anything about it, and that if she also had a friend of hers with her at the talk, that she would have someone to talk with about it that wasn't him, that they could actually then she'd have support for her fears around that. And he loved that. He thought that was a really cool idea. So yeah, and he was keen to go to the talk and yeah, lots of different stuff. But I did think, oh, a video that's aimed at the family of people could just have a word, you know, if wives and husbands that aren't that involved in it did a sort of talk to camera about, I was worried at first, but now I see blah, whatever.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I'll pass that on to the XRTV team. Simon, is that a hand up? Yeah, go for
Yeah,
it.
please. Yeah. Yeah, my guy was fine. He wants to come. He's what, you know, the same thing about being arrested and stuff. He had the same questions. I explained to him there's many different roles, So that's not really, you know, that's an arrest only happen really if you choose to be on that one. He was also laughingly concerned that he's 63, that XR might be a bit young for him. So I told him it was all right. There's quite a few more mature people at this. But these are really, I mean, I've done a lot of this for the Greens, and these are really easy phone calls because people have actually put their name on a website. They haven't just signed a petition. They've actually put their name down. He said, oh, I'm really pleased. I've been waiting for your phone call. And I guess the question there is, Violet, will these guys be confirmed? Will you confirm them via email?
I've been wrangled. They were all planned calls. Yeah.
Were they?
I wanted to make sure that somebody was able to call, but they're all people who do rebel ringing, and the things that they said to you are things that they have had asked of them.
Right.
So it was just an opportunity for you to all have a chance, and they're all my personal friends as well. So yeah, but I wanted to help you flex that courage muscle to show that calling is not so scary, and that, you know, a lot of the time we do get these sort of friendly, amazing calls, as you heard from Anthea as well. So I've got positive feedback for Simon. Sounded like he knew what he was talking about, spoke clearly, nice positive manner. Must make sure the phone has plenty of charge. Oh, that must be them. Good luck.
Yeah. That was me. That was me. I'm remote at the moment. I'm up in the Grampians, so yeah, that was me.
And then I've got my caller was fab. This is from Larissa. My caller was fab. Lovely to be on the other end of a call too. So Larissa was so excited. And then I just got off my call from Leslie. I feel terrible not being honest with her, but she was 10 out of 10. So that's some feedback that I've got, and I will keep passing on that feedback for all of you. But for now, we have 1 minute left of this training. So I want to do a whip around checkout, and then we've got from HFE to wave 3. But the final point of this training is just that to be able to get you on Call Hub, as I said, it is all done by state. And so I'm going to paste in the chat the email address that you need to contact to get onto Call Hub and onto a campaign for your local state.